started communications, and then I started learning about how to communicate, how to talk to people.
Yep.
And that's when I really started getting more serious into talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's an art to it too.
Yeah.
And when I started realizing that, I started getting more deeper into it, and then now it's like all just studying and learning from the ones that have done it before, and
Right.
some speakers are just amazing.
Yeah.
But then you wonder how they're so amazing, and then they teach you their secrets,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, really?
Yep.
They do that?
Yep.
Like they rehearse,
Yep.
right? So you're an artist.
Yep.
And when you guys go on stage, you're gonna be performing. You're gonna have to rehearse first.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same thing as a speaker,
Yeah.
like a public speaker,
Yep.
or when they're doing Toastmaster,
Yep.
TED Talk.
Yep.
They have to rehearse,
Yep.
and they don't really have to. There's some that are so good, and they could just go on and talk.
Right.
But majority of the people, they actually rehearse
Yeah.
before they actually go on.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything is already just planned.
Right.
Yeah, and then they just,
That's awesome.
and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an art.
Yeah.
That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then communicating, when you're networking, you're talking to people,
That's right.
it's also an art too.
That's right.
And so that's when I realized that, because
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
yeah, it's like story, what they've been through.
Yep.
And then when I started loving to talk to people,
Yep.
I wanted to know more about how to talk to them. And then I read books. I did studies on YouTube. I started studying from masters and teachers
Yep.
and instructors. So I finally got certified in communications.
Yep.
And so that's what I use for my podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but I take it very serious though.
That's good. That's good.
All this too.
Yeah.
This is even me. I have to edit. I have to learn how to use the cameras. I have to learn how to use all this.
Yeah.
So people, they don't really realize that. But learning all of this, it takes so much time.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. Yeah.
I'd be up to like 4 in the morning.
Dude, that's crazy.
4 in the morning, just studying and editing, and then I would fall asleep on the computer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's serious
passion,
dedication. It is.
It's
it really
passion,
is.
like for me, it's when I do music too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm up all night. Like I don't get no sleep. So like I'll start recording from 6 p.m. or something like that, and then I'll be up all the way to like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. and then go like just for a couple hours, and then life already takes off, like everything in life.
What was your biggest hit for music? What was one of your biggest songs?
Damn, dude, like when me and DC we dropped the when me and DC we dropped that song together. I don't know if you know that song, but
DC.
Doki.
Oh, Doki.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
When me and Doki we dropped the one of our songs together, that one was pretty big hit. And then like another really big hit was Kuchalu. It's Kuchalu is a really good one too, though. It's me and Simon, me and my brother Simon. We did that one together.
Okay.
But the biggest hit out of all of them would be the one that me and DC did together, and then there was the Moi Ple Hoi Plo that I did for me for James. Yeah, during that time, I think James just like recently broke up, and then like
okay.
I was like, yeah, James recently broke up. I was just recently single as well too.
Yeah.
Or like not single, but then like I was going through it,
Yeah.
I was going through it with somebody, a situation.
Right.
And he was like, James was cutting hair, and James was like cutting hair. He was like, dude, like fuck that shit, like he's like screw that shit. Can I cuss on that? On the cast?
No, absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
No, we don't have a filter.
Okay, yeah. James was like, fuck that shit, like screw that, like my play plum, And I was like shit, like I was like listening to like sad songs. I was hurting. James was cutting hair in the kitchen, like the dining room is just like right there too.
Yeah.
So I was like sitting in the living room. He's like, dude, screw that, and then that's when the idea of the song came to me, So I wrote "My Play Hoi Plo," and then that one blew up. I wrote I wrote that one before I wrote the song with me and DC. It was the one that me and DC did together was called Oli.
Okay.
Yeah. Or is it Zhongli? Yeah, Zhongli.
Zhongli.
Yeah, like Zhongli, and like
okay.
just like, or like yeah, or like, So
Yeah.
yeah, like I love you like this, or I love you like that,
Yeah.
So Zhongli, yeah. So yeah, that was a song that me and DC did together that did really well as well. I did not expect the traffic that I was getting, the demographic that I was getting, and that blew up really quick. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. I remember sitting around like me and my other artist buddies, and I was like, dude, it's at 250K right now, it's at 250K right now. That's just crazy. And then like they were just like, dude, bro, that's what's up,
Yeah.
There's like, dude, that's amazing, dude. And I was like, nah, yeah, I love it, like that's awesome. And then like I was also like really hoping that I would get that 100K subscribers, because like on YouTube during that time it was like if you reach 100,000 no, not 100,000, 1,000 subs, yeah,
Yep.
1,000 subscribers, you'll get you start getting paid from Google,
Right. Monetized.
yeah, Google ads and stuff like that. And so I was really hoping for that. I was really aiming for that. So, but by the end of January, oh no, not January, but the end of December going to January, that was when like I hit 100K. Not 100K.
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
where are you at right now?
I'm still floating at, was it 2,930 or so?
Oh, that's still good. Yeah.
That's all right, but it's not like, like not where I want it to be,
Did you?
And I feel like a lot of the things that I went through kind of like stop people from going to like follow me and stuff like that. I did lose a lot too, though. Yeah.
Don't worry, I lost too.
Yeah, it's all good.
And it's kind of like that post we shared. Shitty people don't come and look at your post and they don't like your post. It's a good thing, because we don't need shitty people liking us and following us. So it's a good thing. And so that's how I kind of look at it nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they unsubscribe or they unfollow, well, it's okay because they're probably shitty people too.
Yeah. For me, I feel like I'm just still so grateful for the ones that still stayed.
Yeah.
To be honest, in reality, I didn't lose much. Like whether they followed me or not, I didn't lose much. I still hold on to like a lot more richer things in life. So
one thing I learned in martial arts is that when you go and fight and you lose, Chuck Norris said that. He said, if you fought and you learned something, you never lost. You only gained. So it's never a loss.
Yep.
And so I looked at it like, yeah, you're right. At least I went in there, stepped in there, fought. I lost, but I learned a lot from it.
Sure did.
And so there's never a loss.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's only a gain.
Yep.
Even though I didn't get my hand raised, it doesn't mean nothing. But I learned a lot, and that's very true because I've been stealing my opponent's moves. Yeah. So that's the one thing is that I picked up their stuff and I used it on my classmates, my sparring partners, and it works. And so that's why it's never a loss. Yeah.
Yep.
What really happened between you and your ex? Is this now? How many times have you been married first?
No, I've only been married once.
Once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are you married right now?
No, I'm in a relationship right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then now the one that you were married with, was that the one that you had issues with? Was she the one?
I mean, I'll be honest. Like my during my marriage, like we did have our issues too, but then like we never, like our separation was clean, But then like my relationship with my girl, like right now, which is the same girl, that we had an issue with like during that time.
Yeah.
We're still together, And so, everything's still fine. But then like the issue that happened during that time, I don't really want to dig into what happened during that time because like people already have their own narratives of like what really happened.
Yeah.
People talk, and it's been like 5 years already. So I don't really want to dig into that. But then like what I can tell you is just like how I felt and what was going through my mind during that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, during that time, I just felt trapped, like really trapped. I don't know about you, but then like, have you ever felt like you were cornered, or like, like in any direction you go, it was like a bad move, It's like a game of chess,
Yeah.
where like if you make if you go left, right, up or down, you're dead,
Yeah.
And then so that was how I felt during that time,
Yeah.
because I was in a very very vulnerable position, because it's either I only had like a couple choices, and and I was like, I either deal with this, and then deal with it now, and then like I'll just deal with the consequences later.
Yeah.
Or or what happens here is that I get embarrassed, or I get noticed like right now about about what's going to happen, and then and so I chose the option where like I'm gonna take the consequences right now, I'm gonna do what I have to do, and I'll just deal with the consequences later. And then and then I did, and then I dealt with the consequences, and then and then that was when like all of the information about me got posted onto social media, and then at that time I was sad, but I initially told her to do it, so I told her, like, just post it, just go ahead and post everything.
Was it
like I was already so mad,
Was she the one that posted, or was it her?
It was her dad,
Yeah. Okay.
So it was her dad. She gave everything to her dad, and her dad posted it, and so that was when like I was still sleeping. My phone was blowing up the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then this didn't happen until after I got released. So I was only booked for like about 8 hours. And then the next day I got released.
What were you booked for?
I was booked for that issue, which was the domestic violence issue.
Oh, okay. So did she report it, and then that happened, or okay? So she did.
Yeah, because like I guess when we got home, I didn't want to see her. I told my brothers to not let her in, and so she got mad, and then she called. But then like I initially did tell her to just do it, because like I don't want to see her anymore.
Yeah.
I was done with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be or feel the way that I did ever again. And I was like, if you're gonna do it, just do it. Just post it, share it, whatever. I don't care. I'll deal with the consequences later. And so, I got booked for like about 8 hours or something like that, just till the next day. And then I came home, and then like that day was just normal. And then the following day, everything blew up.
Yeah.
Everything blew up. People were starting to make narratives out of the situation. People started to like speculate. People started to bring my family's issues into the problem as well too. And I was like, man, this is messed up.
Yeah. People are fucking nasty.
Yeah. Really bad. And so, and then, I love my brother James a lot, because like, I don't know if he knew exactly what I was going through, but then like, I was really frustrated with myself, especially. My sister was really mad at me, because before being a sister or being a girlfriend to somebody during that time, she's a woman first,
right?
And so she was yelling at me, scolding at me. I didn't want to hear it, so I blocked her for like a minute, right? And then later on, my dad was like, family meeting tonight, right now. We had a family meeting. But then, James came early, because he was like, I want to be on suicide watch, So, yeah, because like during that time, I was very vulnerable. We didn't know what was going to happen. So
yeah,
and so had a family meeting. One of my buddies came by as well too, just to check on me, just to see if I was doing all right. And then this blew up, because like even my family and Fresno, my mom even called out and reached out, and then like families got involved. Families got involved, obviously, and then yeah, but you know, but it was a really hard time for me and her.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but then like we stuck it out. We stuck it out. I went through the proper channels to like kind of fix myself, to be a better person, to try to be a better person. Actually, I don't consider myself as a better person today. I still consider myself as a person that's developing.
Exactly. Yeah.
As anybody should as well too. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. So continue working on yourself. Right?
I love that.
Yeah, just like I-94.
Motherfuckers still
they're still fixing the road.
Still doing it.
Yeah.
When I was still in Wausau coming here, they were doing it.
Yeah. So and then so I'm still progressing. I went through the proper channels to work through what I was going through internally. So that's why I was telling you that like during the time when I was going through all my hurt, I kept it bottled up because I kept myself busy, projects after projects, music videos after music videos. I didn't think about like what was really bottled up inside anymore. What I thought about was like next song, next song or next project, which film am I going to do next, right? So I just try to keep myself busy. If I'm not busy doing like all those other things, then I'm at work, and I focus on my work, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then girls, I wasn't really talking to much girls at the time, because like internally I still wanted to, just kind of, be myself, like find myself a little bit as well, see what I wanted to do, figure out who I am, but through all that, I was never really the person who I was, in a way. I was kind of like just kind of doing whatever was happening around me and going with the flow. So
yeah.
Yep.
How did you overcome all of that? Because I know you just said that you had a moment where you were just very vulnerable, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you overcome that?
I overcame my vulnerability by pretty much focusing on like my confidence and transitioning into a relationship as well too, the relationship that I'm still in it right now, but going to a relationship at that time was not the best idea for me, to be honest, because I still had a lot of bottled issues from like past relationships, not from like my ex-wife, but then like relationships I've had, where like they really cut me deep,
Yeah.
and so so going into a relationship was actually a pretty bad idea, but what I did to overcome my vulnerabilities after a while was, like even though I was in the relationship, I went through therapy, and after going through therapy, I went through because I was court ordered to do this other thing as well too, which was like the anger management thing.
Yep.
So I went through anger management. I didn't feel like I needed to be there, but I guess going through that course made it like made me feel kind of comfortable as well, because I was in a room filled with a lot of guys that were exactly like me,
Yeah.
like they felt like they didn't want to be there. They felt like they didn't need to be there, but like I learned a lot while I was in that room. What I learned in particular was to just kind of shift my perspective, shift my perspective so that I don't feel the way that I did, like for example, like these like just shifting my negativity into the positive,
Okay.
like positive view, so that I don't feel like, it's something that would affect me in any way, So yeah, but yeah, so like if I was like feeling sad or something like that about like if so let's say like if I was to go on a vacation or something like that, and like it started raining, and during that week it's gonna be like raining or something like that. What I would do is okay, so like since it's raining, why don't we try to do something more exciting on the inside, on indoors? Like let's go see a museum, let's go try these new foods somewhere else, let's go check out this new indoor park that they're making over here, So like stuff like that, that makes it easier for me to just like stay positive in everything that I look at, So I try to stay as positive as I can nowadays, to transition away from being like super vulnerable,
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of people that are going through the same thing you are. They are just hiding for their lives right now. You're not the only one. Mm-hmm. Trust me, you're not the only one during that time. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how you're doing right now. I know that there are some people that are still struggling in the same boat you were in before. But the biggest thing that you said was to keep developing, keep growing. And I think that's one thing that a lot of us, we forget to do. Mm-hmm. And that is to keep growing, because we don't have all the answers. Yeah. But there are people that have done it, have been through it, and they do have the answers. Yeah. And they've used what worked for them. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. So you can apply it to your life and make it happen too. Mm-hmm. And that's why what you said, I believe it. Mm-hmm. Because for you, by saying that, it already changes the perspective. Mm-hmm. Because not a lot of people can admit and find the cause of the ignorance, yep, and then say that they've changed and developed. Mm-hmm. Right? Because that's a big thing.
That's right.
And so I'm really proud of you, man.
Thanks, brother.
I really am.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
So the next chapter, we're going to talk about relationships. Yep. And then we'll get into like more of the detailed stuff too, okay?
Yep.